the kingdom of Murtana, united by King Robar II. During the long years of his reign, he was able to defeat all foes of his realm. All except one. The war against the orcs took its toll, and the prisoners of the realm were to pay the price. The king needed swords for his army, and every man guilty of a crime, no matter how insignificant, was forced to work in the ore mines of Khorinis. To make it impossible for them to escape, the king sent out the best magicians of the kingdom to create a magic barrier around the entire valley. I was one of them. Something disturbed the delicate structure of magic. We were trapped inside our own barrier. 1 second of negligence was enough for the prisoners. Khorinis was now under the control of the convicts. The king had no choice. He had to negotiate. He needed the ore. Month after month, the king supplied everything the prisoners needed. Month after month, they brought the ore to the edge of the barrier in exchange. Until the present day. Another convict was brought to the cliff. He did not know, but he would change everything.
In the name of King Robar II, bearer of the scepter of Verant, I sentence this convict to...
Stop! Convict, I've got an offer to make you. This letter must reach the leader of the Magicians of Fire.
You're wasting your time.
You may choose your own reward. They'll give you anything you ask for.
Very well, I'll take your letter. On one condition. Spare me the rest of his nonsense.
How dare you?
Keep silent. Right, send him in.
Welcome to the colony.
That's enough. Leave him alone. And now scram. Get up. I'm Diego. I'm not interested in who you are. You've just arrived. I look after the new arrivals. That's all for now.
So,
if you plan to stay alive for a while, you should talk to me. But of course, I won't keep you from choosing your own destruction. Well, what do you think?
so Diego is the basic guide at the beginning of the game, and even throughout the game, he is sort of one of the cornerstones, one of the reliable people, so to say, that you can turn to. Alright, so let's see what he can tell us. Let us tell us something about the colony.
Okay, what do I need to know about this place?
We call it the colony. You'll know already that we produce ore for the king. Well, at least we do, in the old camp.
Here we go.
There are 3 camps within the barrier. The old camp is the biggest, and it was the first.
Yeah, homie, pretty much.
How do I get to the old camp?
You just follow this path. The old camp is the next reasonably safe-looking place you'll come across. There are a lot of wild beasts between the camps. You'd be mad to walk around without a weapon.
That is true.
Where do I get a weapon?
When you get to the old mine, have a look around. I'm sure you'll find something useful. The mine is easy to find. It's just a few meters along the canyon.
Yeah, hard to miss.
Why did you help me?
Because you needed help. Otherwise, Bullet and his boys might have killed you. And I couldn't just stand by and watch, because I came all this way to make a suggestion.
A suggestion?
Yes. After this little incident with Bullet and his guys, you should be aware now that you need protection. Everyone who arrives here has a choice. There are 3 camps in the colony, and you'll have to join one of them. I'm here to show the new ones that the old camp is the best place for them.
As if the other camps had any chance to recruit anyone from this canyon.
Where's Bullet now?
He and the others bring the goods from the outside world into the camp. You'll find him there, but if you plan to fight him, be careful. He's an experienced warrior.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a letter for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
Really?
I was given it by a mage shortly before they threw me in here.
You're lucky I can't afford to show my face around the mages anymore. Anyone else would gladly slit your throat for that letter. That's because the mages pay their couriers a lot, and most people here don't have anything. If I were you, I'd shut up until I met one of the mages. Although in your situation, that's not likely to happen.
Why not?
The mages are in the castle in the old camp. Only Gomez's people are allowed to enter the castle.
Who's Gomez?
Gomez is the most powerful ore baron. He's the boss of the old camp, the most powerful man in the colony.
Alrighty then.
Let's assume I want to join his people. What do I need to do?
At the gate of the castle, you'll find a man called Thoris. Tell him Diego sent you.
Oh, the nostalgia. Nostalgia. Oh, right.
Thanks for your help.
We'll meet in the old camp.
So he has nothing more to say, or is there anything? Yeah, we can ask a bit more. All right.
What about the 2 other camps?
The 2 other camps split up to pursue their crazy escape plans. There's the new camp in the west of the colony, where the mages think they can just detonate the barrier as soon as they've scraped enough ore together. And then there's the sect loonies in the east. Their camp is in the middle of the swamp, and they're praying to their idol to set them free. He hasn't responded so far. If I were you, I wouldn't waste my time on those madcaps.
They are somewhat of a cool bunch, but sure.
Tell me more about the barrier.
There isn't much to tell. It's impenetrable.
What happens if I just walk out of here?
The last
Good luck.
one who tried that reached the other side a dead man. This damn barrier lets you in, but you'll never get out of here.
If there's a way out, I'll find it.
You're already in a rush to get out of here? But you've only just arrived.
Tell me something about the old camp.
It's the biggest and most powerful of the 3 camps. Gomez and his guys control the camp, and thereby the whole ore trade. Once a month, the king sends us everything we need. We've got the old guy in our grip, you understand? He sends us wine, bread, meat, weapons, everything. You can also get some of it. All you have to do is join Gomez's people.
Well, Gomez is known to be a bit of a miser. He's not very interested in sharing his wealth, so we'll see. Let's just grab a few things we can. I believe there are a few little whoops, nope, that's too far. So that's the effect of the barrier, if you don't know. If you get too close, you start glowing, and if you continue that way, you will be burned to a crisp. It usually doesn't straight up kill you, but I wouldn't try it. Alright, so I will try to play this as if I played it for the first time. So there'll be fairly, a good amount of conversations with the people. Alright, let's go up, because there is actually a guard you can talk to. Hello, Ori.
What are you doing here?
Making sure no one gets near the exchange place, especially one of those cutthroats from the new camp. You're the new guy they chucked in today, right?
That's me.
Yep.
Then you'd better watch out for the guys from the new camp. I work for the old camp, same as the others you saw at the exchange place.
Yeah, the ones that hit you.
You've talked to Diego.
Indeed. Yep.
Yes, I have.
Good. Then you know what's what around here.
Oh, bye. Yep.
When I was washed ashore, one of the guys punched me in the face.
They do that to all the newcomers. They call it standing godfather.
Oh, are all the guys like that in the old camp?
Pretty
We
much.
do have a few suckers, but they won't touch you as long as you pay them protection money.
Oh god, yeah, now I remember
And
protection
the
money.
old camp?
The ore barons have everything under control. Next in line to them are the guards, followed by the shadows. The diggers are the lowest. Everyone who arrives here starts out as a digger. If you want to become something better than that, you'll have to get accepted as a shadow first.
Why do I have to watch out for the guys from the new camp?
Compared to the new camp, the old camp's a quiet, peaceful sort of place. The new camp doesn't get any deliveries from the outside world. Most of the rogues there just steal whatever they need.
No, he's not wrong.
I saw a woman being sent down with the goods.
Yeah, the ore barons get everything they want.
Do you mean to say the king exchanges women for ore?
Yep.
They're convicted criminals too, of course. But if Gomez hadn't asked for them, they'd be sitting in some dungeon or other. I'm not sure what's worse.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a weapon.
There should be some old weapons by the derelict mine, further down the canyon. But don't go and start a war with nothing but a rusty pickaxe for a weapon. Those things are slow and heavy. An inexperienced fighter should never use one of them, unless it's an emergency.
So, he gave us some
You'd better make
pointers.
sure you reach the old camp in one piece.
I think I'll be fine. So, you know, it's good to know these information about them being, pickaxes being slow and everything. Come on, yeah. Now, what I'm killing this is because first it drops loot, and second, in this game there is no choice of difficulty. There's just Gothic difficulty or whatever you wish to call it. So you need to make sure to get all the experience you can, and without dying, obviously. So it'll be a bit of a... Okay, so we have some beer, some coin which actually isn't used as a currency, it's just a remnant of the past. Some arrows, torch and a picklock. Or lockpick if you wish. So, here we'll find the first weapon. Good old trusty pickaxe. Let's choose that as a weapon. So as far as the game goes, it's you know, it has old system of combat. The controls themselves are not easy to learn, but I think it's worth it, considering that it really... Let's just steal the weapon because we need a better one. Let's try my skills at combat. So all the monsters here... Oh, damaged us already. Okay. These are all juvenile. They only exist, as far as I remember, at the beginning of the game. And... Okay, anything else? I don't believe there is anything more in here. But there is a part of this map that most people don't know about, and that's the part that we have above ourselves. So there's a little... how to call it? Oh, okay, jumping, right. There's a little, like, what's it called in English? Plateau. That's the word I was looking for. Also, what I love about this game is when you take a look, like, you can see the story, even of, you know, this is not a character, this is just a skeleton that's dead in the mine, but you can see the story being told. He wasn't just dead, he had a pickaxe in his head. You know, so he was, when the barrier was established, or when the mine collapsed, which, let's face it, that was probably during the establishment of the barrier, this guy was running, you know, trying to survive, and someone killed him, even, you know, no one helped him. So it shows the ruthlessness of this place, and I love that about this game. There are quite a lot of various herbs. I need to be careful, I do not wish to die too soon. Let's maybe eat a blueberry to heal up. Okay, so up here There is also like a little, you know, ruined mine or something, or a cave. But there are a few monsters, and we need them because we do need to get as much experience as we can. And, you know, a few more loot never hurts. So, the most basic enemies are scavengers. They are the big birds. And mole rats as well. Okay. Let's just loot them. But there is also this little guy, if you can see him. Let me just try to get a little bit closer. He's barely visible, but it's a goblin. And these little pesky little buggers are quite an interesting enemy. Oops, I did not want to miss that. So, if there's just one, it's not that much of a problem. If there's more than one, you should probably run. Yeah, they don't actually drop anything, okay. Okay, now we need to be a little bit careful, because there are two enemies now. Those are mole rats. And let's see if we can handle them, hopefully. So I tried to block, I forgot that. Obviously it doesn't work against these enemies. There's a bit of loot and an actual health potion. So this is just like a little hidden sort of plateau, little area. So it's really cool. You can find a few things here, but mainly the experience at the beginning of the game is quite important. So I believe that's all. So that was the starting area. Now we just need to find a way down without dying. Which sometimes is easy, sometimes we can... also, yeah, one more thing. There's a good chance that I'll be saving quite a lot. The reason for that is, well, the game, it's not the easiest. So sometimes you do die, especially if you make just, you know, one mistake and it's an avalanche effect. It should heal though. Let's see, I think blueberries are the safest choice right now. Because the meat we can actually grill or, you know, char on a campfire. There is a way to follow Diego at the beginning and he sort of takes care of you. He kills the enemies and you sometimes get experience as well. But I like to do it myself. I don't like to be pressured by, you know, Diego's speed. Also, another story element, you can see, you know, lots of people just being killed by arrows and things like that, also swords, and all just straight up hanged. Yeah. So this is something that I just love. You can see that the people who made the game, they really thought about the surrounding the environment. You know, they really wanted to make sure that you feel that this is not a nice place. This is a place where only the strong survives. Strong like Gomez. Okay, let's keep going. Ah, that was a mistake. That's okay. As long as we don't die, it's fine to lose a bit of health. I'm still not sure who I want to join. It's not like we're gonna get there, you know, within 10 minutes. It's gonna take some time. There are lots of missions that we need to accomplish first to prove ourselves to the camp. So we met people from the old camp. Let me just save. Save A. Solved it. So now we meet people from the other camp. These are people from the new camp.
Hey you.
Oh, here we go.
What do you want?
I want to warn you. If you continue this way, you'll be entering our hunting ground.
What do you hunt?
What do you hunt?
Mostly scavengers. There's a lot of meat on them. Besides, it ain't too hard to get them. Once you know how.
That's true.
Really? How's that?
Ask my friend Drax here. He knows more about these things than anyone.
Why is this area so dangerous?
You've just arrived, haven't you? There are different areas in this colony which are all more or less dangerous. The paths between the camps are quite safe.
Yep.
But even there, you might come across some wolves which look on you as easy prey. And that's exactly what you are until you get a proper weapon and armor.
He's not wrong.
Where can I get better equipment?
The nearest place is that old camp. Just follow the path that brought you here. But you can get the stuff cheaper in our new camp, provided you know the right people. If you go to the old camp, ask for Mordrag. He's one of us. For just a little ore, he'll sell you the proper goods.
Tell me more about the areas of the colony.
If you travel between the camps, you'll need a map to distinguish paths and dead ends. Dead ends often lead you to dangerous canyons where you encounter creatures you'd better avoid. Do not enter the old ruins. There are too many around here, and most of them are old fortifications dating back to the time of the First Orc War. Some are abandoned orc dwellings. There are often orcs in those ruins, or even worse creatures. I'd avoid those places, especially at night. And one more hint, don't go into the forest.
Where do I get a map?
Ask the people in the old camp. There's a cartographer living there. Maybe you can steal one of his maps. If you manage to do it, take one from me as well.
So I just love this, like you immediately see the mentality difference. So even though he is actually quite open about old camp, you know, he directs you towards old camp, even though he's from the new one, you can see the mentality change. Like, yeah, just steal one from me.
Why? Doesn't he sell the maps?
If you get enough ore to pay for them.
Thanks for your help.
Don't go thinking everyone's gonna be so friendly, kid. There may not be much in a newcomer's pockets, but some folks would even beat you up for a pickaxe.
I'll keep it in mind.
Yep, especially the diggers. Alright. So, Drax, you might be quite useful.
You're hunting, aren't you?
Looks like it. What do you want?
Do you have some hints for the hunt?
I could teach you a few things, but everything has its price.
Which would be how much?
A good gulp of beer will do to start with. Then we'll see.
Here you go.
Here you are. Take a beer and tell me about hunting.
Now just watch him slowly drink the beer.
Scavengers. That's what we call the big birds. Should be attacked one after the other. It's easy to lure single scavengers from the pack. If you come too close, they'll become irritated. After a while, they'll storm in your direction. At this point, you should be waiting for them with a raised weapon. If you manage to strike the beast before it hits you, you have to keep fighting. Then you'll be able to defeat the creature without being hurt yourself. If it hits you first, well, just don't let him.
What else can you tell me about hunting?
A lot, but it'll cost you more than a beer.
Yep.
If you know how, you can take the creature's teeth, claws, and skin. It's hard to get them, but they are valuable. At least every merchant will trade those things with you.
Yeah, it's a good source of income, but first you need to really gather up the ore to learn it. So, you're demanding a lot. Sure, let's just say.
You're demanding a lot for your advice.
Possibly, but you can earn a lot of ore
Exactly.
with this knowledge. All the animals you kill without knowing how to cut them up will just rot away. That's a wasted opportunity of skinning them and selling the fur at a high price. If I were you, I'd try to gain this knowledge as soon as possible.
So at the beginning of the game, it really is all about, let me just show this. So we have no skill points because we are level 0. Similarly to something like Dungeons and Dragons. So we need skill points to learn pretty much anything, whether it is to increase our strength, our attributes overall, to improve our skills in combat and God knows what else. So it's all about the experience at the beginning of the game. But he's true, he's right. Learning to skin animals and all the good stuff, it provides first a lot of money to your pocket that you can later on use for better equipment and so on. Okay, thankfully we are fine. And we can actually backtrack just a little bit. and kill these two scavengers. Okay, how to do this? Let's start with this one. So first he just looks at us. Once we get closer, he will start clawing the ground. Any second, yep. And after 3 warnings, he will attack us. And I did not. That was pretty bad. And you don't want to do that. Interesting, I'm not hitting. That's pretty bad. So you use the arrow keys to sort of indicate what sort of attack you want. That didn't go too well. But once again, losing some health is fine as long as you survive. Let's just heal up to full. You really don't want to see these things, the blood flies or whatever they're called in English, so let's just go back. Because this was just a little detour to get a little more experience. We should be fairly close to level up. Yeah, we need 20 experience. So just kill anything pretty much and we should be fine. Let's keep going. We could try to kill these scavengers. The problem is, once you aggro them, the hunters usually start killing them and you will lose the experience because they have actually long bows or something like that, so they will kill it really quickly. So let's maybe not do that yet. Is there one up here? I don't remember. No, but there should be a little something, no? Huh. Well, my mistake. So usually, here is the same problem. There are 2 guards guarding the bridge, but the monsters are really close, so they will probably aggro the monsters eventually. But yeah, like you can see that the creators of the game had really fun. Oh, I see. So we leveled up. The guards started to aggro, but lost interest, so that's good. Okay. So these are actual scavengers. These weren't the easy juveniles. They have more meat, but they actually are more dangerous. Let me heal up a bit. To swim underneath. Alright. I'll give it a shot. Let me just see. Can you go down? Oh wow, okay. Oh god, how do you... Okay, I genuinely did not know this. I hope there's no like a shadow beast or something. Oh wow. Let's go back then. We should be able to just... Yep. Now the current is quite strong, so we need to be... Okay, this is good. So, let's talk to the guards. Hello there, bridge guard. Yep, you seem like a happy fella.
Hi, I'm new here.
How nice for you.
Good conversation, huh? Okay, let's keep going.
Is that the old camp over there?
No, that's the new camp. The old camp is underneath the bridge.
Let me pass.
Thanks, man. I love that guy.
What are you doing here?
What's it look like? Regarding the bridge, of course. We make sure that no beasts cross the bridge.
At least he's not lying.
What do you do?
What's it? We make...
Any advice?
You got any advice for me?
Yeah, don't go in the forest on your own. Unless you're strong enough to fight off all the beasts.
Alright.
Make sure you get to the old camp. They're holding a pickaxe for you.
Thanks, man. That's, yeah, good advice. Okay. So, actually, I'm quite satisfied with the textures. I didn't quite test it a lot to see if it's, like, fine, but yeah, they look pretty good. Like, it's always so annoying to play a game and then return to it after a long, many years and just see how it's aged. That was bad. So I'm always trying to do the combo of going sort of, let me just show, going forward and side, because he usually attacks faster. But it doesn't always work. You're not really meant to kill these, you're only meant to kill the juveniles, but I kind of want to experience. That's 3 of them. I might return to them. If we need experience, I'll go back and kill them. Thanks for the secret, by the way. I really did not know that. I'm still a little bit like shocked. Like that seems to be like they even put the algae or the leaves in the way. Like you would think I would notice, but nope, I did not. Such a cool game.